Now, this is the first full school year that the state's chief of school safety and security will be on the job. The position is relatively new, but the Texas School Safety Center, meanwhile, has been around for decades.
Yet a lot of people don't know what either is or what they do. We introduce you to both in this KSAT Explains. Passing by this building on a corner in San Marcos, you never know the critically important mission that's underway inside.
I was just trying to get the threat assessment case worksheet up.
This is Brian Clayson.
I'm the program manager of training and education
At the Texas School Safety Center. Not a large, flashy facility packed with high-tech gadgets, but an ordinary office building with a statewide reach. Brian's role?
Take the laws that are on the books and any clarifications that come from TEA and create trainings for school districts and school-based law enforcement to utilize.
And that can be a big job because laws created here don't often spell out how to put them into practice here.
The Texas School Safety Center was actually created in 1999, shortly after the Columbine school shooting, to officially serve as the central clearinghouse for school safety to provide training, research, and technical assistance to public schools.
Some of that includes training for a school threat that is all too familiar, an active shooter. It was the murders of 19 children and 2 teachers in Uvalde that prompted Governor Greg Abbott to order the creation of this man's job.
Okay.
My name is John Scott, and I am the Chief of School Safety and Security at Texas Education Agency. I spent the vast majority of my adult life protecting the most powerful people in the world, but now I have the opportunity to use those skills to protect the most important people in the world, which are children.
Scott's background is in the United States Secret Service, serving in roles that included the Assistant Special Agent in Charge in the North Texas District and in the Vice Presidential Protective Division in Washington, D.C.
Coming from a career in the Secret Service, I've had the opportunity to set up and establish, run, and supervise security operations at venues all across America and all across the world. I grew up in Texas schools. My kids went to Texas schools. My wife was actually a teacher in Texas schools.
Scott believes the new Office of School Safety and Security within the Texas Education Agency professionalizes school safety in the state.
Before, not that there weren't professionals out there, but it wasn't an organized push or an organized program. Now with us, I think that we can bring some experience to the table, some techniques that, seeing things not coming from the school environment, I see things a little differently.
Scott says he talks to school superintendents daily. 1,400 of them have his personal cell phone number. And he also communicates closely with the Texas School Safety Center.
We're working in coordination with TEA, who serves as the regulatory entity who will be checking to make sure that school districts are following these school safety mandates.
Many of the trainings and resources provided by the School Safety Center are done online or through conversations like these.
Before a team may conduct a threat assessment, they must first notify the parent or guardian.
A big part of Brian's work is establishing and training behavioral threat assessment teams for schools.
Threat assessment teams are charged with identifying students who are on the pathway to violence.
Those teams had to have someone from each of these areas of expertise when the state began requiring them in 2019. But that was tough for districts that don't have those resources. So the state eased those requirements, and the School Safety Center is helping schools navigate that.
Okay, how do we figure out how to get as much of this expertise onto the team as possible? So we really want law enforcement. We really want mental health. We want to make sure that our students with special needs are being accounted for.
Each campus could have its own threat assessment team, or the district could have teams that serve multiple campuses.
We know that students often are the first to know about these types of threats. Leakage is very common. Someone knew something. And so part of the school behavioral threat assessment training that we provide is really trying to educate these teams to go back and educate the parents and the students about identifying concerning behaviors.
I say, walk me through a scenario where a parent or a student reports something during the school day. You're staffed, you're there, and you need to respond. I also want to hear about a threat that comes in anonymously at midnight on Saturday. How do you guys get together, and who's determining this is something that we need to act on now.
Active shooter training is provided to law enforcement by the Alert Center at Texas State University. House Bill 3, signed into law this year, requires all peace officers and school resource officers to get that training at least every 4 years. HB 3 also calls for annual intruder detection audits of schools, which began after the Robb Elementary School shooting. The TEA oversees those inspections.
Can you talk a little bit about what that audit entails?
Well, we don't want to go too much into what the audit entails. Well, you would show a team your game plan. The students don't even know it's occurring. Most staff don't even know it's occurring, but it's a good check to make sure that what a superintendent believes is happening on their campuses is actually happening.
The School Safety Center also trains for threats that happen more often, like cyberbullying, extreme weather, or even hazardous materials. 40% of Texas school campuses have train tracks nearby.
And so, do you know what's on those trains? What kind of chemicals? What if there was a crash and there was a spill?
The recently enacted HB 3 also requires the Safety Center to review school emergency operations plans every year. Those plans must include an active shooter response plan. In a 2017 to 2020 audit of Texas schools, only 200 of the more than 1,000 districts reviewed had what the School Safety Center called a viable active shooter policy. A new district audit is currently underway.
Do you know if the School Safety Center has knowledge or evidence of times when something was stopped through this kind of training?
Well, it's hard to prove a negative. We know that they're not happening every single day. And so there are going to be so many situations that we never hear about because they were averted. We may not be able to prevent these types of situations 100% of the time, but through school behavioral threat assessment done with Fidelity, we can prevent them most of the time.
We're not talking about someone's attendance or grades, we're talking about life or death.
Another requirement of HB 3 says that districts must establish clear ways for students to report concerning behavior. Many of our local districts have ways to report online through their websites. We have a link to every district in San Antonio and surrounding counties within this story on KSAT.com. You can scan this QR code here to go straight to that story. You can also find our KSAT Explains coverage on the KSAT YouTube page as well.
Keep up to date with all of San Antonio's top news, weather, and so much more by clicking the like and subscribe buttons below. And once again, thanks for watching KSAT.